So we're here today to do that, to bring honor and reflection and remembrance and rejoice to all the families of people who have lost members, family members, to the war. So that's why we're here today. We'd like to introduce Mr. Bob Kaltice and Mr. Jim DeWitt. These men are our living display today. We have lots of displays. We chose to have them because they've been there and done that and know what it's like to provide service for our country, and their families know. So we wanted to honor them today, being here, because you can speak to them and see what it was exactly like in the day. We have Miss Marge Keltner here, did a wonderful job on making all the beautiful photo ornaments. It will be possible to put photo ornaments on the tree through November 11th. So if you didn't bring a photo in today, you can do that at a later time, and please add them onto our tree so we can honor everybody. I'd like to thank everybody, the staff and all the volunteers and everybody, the exhibitors who brought their wonderful items in for us to see today and share them with us so we can have sort of an idea of what it's like, what they have to carry, what they have to wear. So you know what it's like to be in their shoes a little bit. We also would like to thank the library for letting us put this on today and be here and honor all of our veterans. I would now at this time like to introduce our speaker for today, Captain Dianne Johnson, who's in the U.S. Navy, and she's going to come up and speak to us now.
Well, thank you all. Thank you for spending your time this morning to come to an event such as this, and thank you, Cindy, for inviting me to be the speaker here. I know some of you. I've been a new resident about a year, and I just am invited by Cindy because I have just retired from the Navy after 36 years, 7 months, and 23 days. Thank you. But it's not about me. It's about you. It's about families who stay at home and serve and sacrifice, and it's about people who go and serve and sacrifice. So I'm asked, I believe, because I'm part of both sides of that equation. I've seen the sacrifice and the service of both sides, our young men and women on the one hand, in our military and armed forces, and the services of those staying at home, supporting those who have gone to the service, to war, to whatever. With, again, the families here at home, community support when those sailors and soldiers come back home and readjust to becoming a civilian again. As you know, the purpose of this particular event is to honor all of our military, from past and present, those who have served, those now serving, those who have returned, and also those who have not. Those in our audience today, I know we have, who do we have? We have Air Force here. Those slackers. Oh, we have no Air Force. I know we have Army. We have Army and Army again, right? No, Navy. How could I forget that? And CMA and Marines. We have Marine. Mr. McCormick is a Marine.
Is Perry a Marine?
Pardon?
It's Army. Army. I'm sorry. Army.
Army, Air Force, Marines, Navy. I don't know if we have any Coast Guard here or not, but the point is that we are well represented in the services, and we're well represented as a community here. The event is to honor those who served in any military capacity, to honor service and sacrifice, and to honor the families, as we have said. That's you guys, the families. You know what, this is what I'm going to say is pretty basic, and it's only going to be about 4 minutes, so I'm going to bore you to death, I hope. Families are made up of various members who live and work together. The parents and the grandparents grow up the children into integrity, into work ethic, into honoring family and country and community. The goal is to grow them up into responsible adults who become become part of the community who then add to the welfare of that community. Just like families, communities are made up of the families of the community. Everyone works together for the common and the greater good. In the communities, we have the additional services of fire and military defense, support, EMTs, and libraries. Generally, the community goes beyond the individual needs, creating more than just the sum of the whole. The military is the third community. It's a larger community based upon members of families and communities from all over our United States and territories for us. The military has the focus on our nation in keeping our communities and families safe and free. Just like the communities, the military is made of the family units. When people join the service, they join a new family and a new community. It's not easy to leave behind everything you've ever known and everything you have and love to step out into the unknown. It's not easy for the families to say goodbye to the soldiers and sailors and the young men and women, letting the younger generation lead. It is the families who have instilled that sense of patriotism and integrity into these young men and women who are now stepping out in service of their country and community. Without these people stepping out, we would become a vulnerable nation. We would be unprotected. The people who join the services make many sacrifices while they are at war, at serving on foreign soil, and even in home soil, not with their families. All this is for the greater side, a greater good. Both sides face separation, loneliness, worry about each other's welfare. Those who leave families behind worry about their children. They miss some of those milestones, the first steps. The average Army recruit, for example, is 21 years and 6 months. That's how old he is today, he or she, when they enter the Army. So it's highly possible that they have children as well. What holds all of them together is love. Love of family, pride of country, and a very strong desire to make our towns and our communities a better place to live. The Bible says greater love has no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. And those who serve in the military show this love for you. They are willing to die. And none have a death wish, but every one of them is willing to die if necessary to keep our country and our towns free. We have a couple of were earlier survivors of Korean War and Pearl Harbor here today, and overseas in Afghanistan. Probably some more. You can let those cadets come in. Let them on in here. Oh, they don't want to? I'm all right. Okay, anyway, while our soldiers and sailors are serving outside the community, those at home are serving, because our responsibility is to encourage those who have gone, and we allow them to go, and that's part of our sacrifice as well. We take up the slack when they're gone. We adjust. Life goes on. Eventually, the military service ends. Families and communities are stronger for the bonds that they have made with each other here, and with the bonds of the soldiers and sailors. The people who are serving in the military are stronger because they bring a little bit of the outside community back home. And it's an ongoing process where everyone in the end result benefits. So we are here today as a community to honor our veterans, all of you who have served, and we thank you for participating in the ceremony. We thank the veterans for participating in times of conflict and in times of war, and we honor the families of those who serve. Please know that we those who have served appreciate the sacrifice of the families as well. In closing, I would ask that when you come to the library and see this tree, remember those who have served, remember why they left us to serve our nation, and be thankful that they volunteered for the greater good. Keep them all in your prayers. Hug them when you see them. Tell them thank you when they come back. I want to quote the words on that poster back there from John Paul Jones. He says, "Sign on, young man. It's appropriate to all the services, but since the Navy is the best of all the services, sign on, young man, and sail with me. The stature of our homeland is no more than the measure of ourselves. Our job is to keep her free. Our will torch of freedom burning for all. To this solemn purpose we call the young, the brave, the strong, and the free. Heed my call, come to the sea, come sail with me. This is a wonderful, caring community which provides many services to this town, this area, and this library in particular is more of a community center, I think, than just a library. And I think it's wonderful that you all have events such as this, and I thank you for the opportunity to be associated with not only the library, but with Culver, with the military academy, with all you wonderful people. And I'm glad to have been asked here, and I'm even more glad that you took the time out of your busy day to come and honor the ones who serve our living service people, including Sergeant Delts, and just keep it up. You're doing a great job. Thank you for your time.
Okay, that almost wraps it up. I would like to take a moment just to thank the VFW because they loaned us some of their wonderful display items. We have display items from many people. The Schmidts were very instrumental in bringing quite a few items here, so I want to thank them. I want to thank Dianne for coming in today. Thank you guys also for what you did before and for coming here and helping educate younger Americans in what it truly means to be a third. So I would just like to thank them, and I'd like to thank the families who let their people go off to war or off to service to take care of all of us. They're making a huge sacrifice as well, so I'd like to thank them also. So that pretty much concludes our program today. So if you'd like to look at the displays some more, we'd appreciate that. We'd like for you to take a look at our displays in the parking lot and enjoy. Thank you. Thank you.